I was leaving to come here yesterday. And as I left, Mary, she says, you've got to read this.
And we call her Auntie Mary.
Auntie Mary. And she came up and she gave me this letter from this wee boy. And he'd been in church with us last week. And he came up and took a reply paid envelope from our product table. And this came in a reply paid envelope. And this little kid had written this thing. And I thought to myself, my Lord, a little child shall lead them. And we are facing an unspeakable mess at the border. At this moment, 2 million Ukrainians have left Ukraine. 1 of the 2 million are children. 1 million kids are running. One of our house parents, Pavel, we have a 21-passenger van. You guys have been in that van.
Oh, yeah.
And he is doing nothing but going to the Ukraine border, picking up people, driving down to Romania, which is in Europe. And the other day, listen, he went up to the border and picked up pastors' wives and their kids. And he's standing waiting for the fathers who are not permitted to leave Ukraine. Anyone 18 to 60 is not allowed out of the country. They've got to fight for their country.
The men.
And Pavel called me in distress because he stood and watched these moms and kids say goodbye to their pastor dad. And they were holding each other's hand, and they were slipping their fingers were slipping away. And he took the mums in the van and drove them nonstop down to the border. And Pavel was an orphan, and he's gone through some horrendous things. And he said to me, Dad, he said, it is by far the most terrible thing I've ever seen.
Right.
And you'll never know that experience. You'll never know how it feels to get up in the morning and have a job and a house and a car, be middle class in a country that's rising in blessing, and it's a very productive country.
Right.
It's one of the most productive. It is the bread basket of all of Central Europe. Yeah. And in a week, you've no home, you've no car, you've no job, you've no dad, you have no husband. You are stuck, and all you got to do is to shove some stuff into a bag and not even know where you're going, and walk out of your door if you have a door left, if it has been pulverized. And our kids that were once orphans, who have been working for years, part of our healing process for these kids is whenever they come to us, we get them out feeding people, and they feed the widows, and they go to the broken families, and they do this and have been doing this. This is just part of what we do.
That's right.
So when this thing happened, our kids just switched attention to the border.
Wow.
And Nadia is up there just now with a team of 8 kids sleeping in a storeroom on a concrete floor in 3-day shifts, no clothes to change, no facilities to wash. They lie down at night, sleep for a few hours, get up and cook. Our boys are in a different facility, but they're with them. And all they're doing all day is standing in brutally cold conditions, like in Bangor, Maine cold.
Yeah.
Feeding people and smiling to people and saying, it's going to be okay. God loves you. God will take care of you. And it's way bigger than we are. We've just been a family with a bunch of houses where we take these kids to. And but God put us there 30 years ago, knowing that this was going to happen.
That's right.
And knowing that I had a friend called Jim Bakker and Lori Bakker, and knowing you were sitting where you are. His plan, his ways are beyond comprehension. Yeah. And I was just so thankful when Jim, you can call me anytime in the middle of the night, and Jim says, Philip, I'm watching this and I can't sleep, I can't rest. What can we do to help?
Yeah. Right.
And you can be God's hand extended today.
Right.